Hi. A lot of people are familiar with essential oils, but how do they really get into your system to do what they do? Today, let's talk about the easiest way, inhalation. One of the most common ways to use an essential oil is simply to breathe it in. Whether you use a diffuser or an inhaler or a room spray, there are many different methods to do this. Later, I'll show you how to make a room spray, and we'll show you how to make an inhaler if you have the right components. And I will show you an electric diffuser and explain how it works. For now, let's talk about how the essential oil actually gets into your body. When you breathe in an essential oil, obviously you're taking it into your airways. Some of the essential oil molecules will go directly to your brain, and they tend to cause a more immediate reaction. So for example, if you breathe in some lavender, most people find that relaxing, and you'll have a kind of an immediate relaxation response. If you breathe in something like peppermint, which is a little bit more stimulating, you'll tend to have a bit more of an immediate uplift. But in general, most of the molecules will go through your airways into your lungs, and from your lungs, they'll diffuse into your bloodstream, and it'll travel through your body in your bloodstream and reacting on different parts of your body through your blood. Eventually, all essential oils will go through your kidney and your livers, and that's how they get eliminated from your body. So you need to keep in mind that more is not necessarily better, especially with something like inhalation. If you're running a diffuser, try to make sure you're not running it all the time. You want to make sure you take a break and that you give your body and your system a break. It does need to process and break down the essential oils. Especially true if you have pets or small children in your house. Pets process essential oils in a similar fashion, but they lack some of the enzymes that we have. So their body can't process essential oils as quickly. And because they tend to be smaller than us, they also process them a little slower. So if you're using an essential oil that is okay for you, it may not be okay for your animal. And likewise for a small child, because they are obviously smaller than us. So it takes a little longer for their body to process it. So please make sure if you're actually using essential oils in any fashion that you keep them out of the reach of children and away from animals. And if you're using them in a diffuser or any kind of open air inhalation, make sure you've got good ventilation and make sure you don't use them for extended periods of time. As I mentioned, there are several ways you can use an essential oil for inhalation. Let's start with a room spray. I mix room sprays directly into the bottle. It's just easier. You need to mix an essential oil with an alcohol for a room spray. So what I just put in there was 5 milliliters, about a teaspoon, of witch hazel. If you don't have witch hazel, you could use a clear alcohol, preferably something like vodka, which doesn't have a scent to it. But best to use something like witch hazel, which is a fairly easily accessible alcohol. You're going to add a few drops of essential oil, generally up to about 10. If you want it stronger or lighter, you can vary that. And then you're just going to add in water. This is distilled water. That's what you should ideally use. This is a 120 ml bottle, so that's 100 ml of water that I'm adding in. And then we'll give it a gentle shake and it'll all be ready to go. You can mix it in a larger bottle with more water if you prefer. Using an inhaler is also an effective way to breathe in an essential oil. They're small, compact, easy to carry in a pocket or a purse, but you do need to have the actual components of an inhaler in order to construct one. They're not easy to find, certainly not individually. They tend to be sold in bulk. If you are interested, you can certainly contact me and I can set you up or make one for you. But I'm going to show you the components and how they're made. They're really simple to make once you actually have all the components. There are 4 components to an inhaler. You have the cap and the actual main portion of the inhaler, and the base, which will pop in later, And you have the center main component, which is a piece of cotton, compressed cotton. As you can see, we just pop the cotton into the actual body of the inhaler, and we're going to add in our essential oils. I'm adding in a combination oil that I have. We're going to add up to 15 drops of essential oil. We're going to talk about electric diffusers soon. For those, you only need to use about 3 to 5 drops for an electric diffuser. So for the inhaler, 15 drops, and then we pop in the base, seals it up nice and tightly, screw on the top, and there you go, all ready to use. There are lots of diffusers out there. Some are steam diffusers, some are cool air diffusers or warm air diffusers. Find something that works for you if that's something you're interested in. I use an electric diffuser. It's fairly straightforward. It just plugs into my wall. It has a ceramic plate in here, and it comes with little felt pads. So you put about 5 drops of essential oil or combination of essential oils onto the pad, and then you slide it into the ceramic plate and plug it into the wall. Simple, easy, and effective, especially for small spaces. These also exist in a similar fashion for cars, where they plug into the old car lighters. Thanks for joining me. I hope you had fun. If you click subscribe, you'll get notified every time I put out a new video. And if you'd like to join my mailing list, you can find that in the description section, the link for that. I publish a newsletter approximately twice a month, with more information about essential oils and occasionally about energy work as well. Enjoy your day.